Ladies and gentlemen, we have all heard the horror stories of the consequences that stem from lack of education. Assaults, abuse, unwanted pregnancies, baby dumping, illegal abortions gone wrong, sexually transmitted diseases, and more. Unfortunately, these are not just hypothetical scenarios, but a scary reality that many of our youth face. Sexual education, or sex ed, is instruction on issues relating to human anatomy, sexual health, consent, reproduction, birth control, and reproductive rights. Sounds like most of this should be general knowledge, right? Unfortunately, this has been a taboo topic of debate among researchers, policymakers, religious figures, and the public at large. Many oppose sex ed out of fear that their children will be exposed to topics inappropriate for their age. To those people, I pose the following question. At what age does it become okay? Most of us got our first period between the ages of 11 to 14, but menstruation can start as early as 8 years old. In fact, the youngest girl to give birth in Malaysia recorded was only 9 at the time of incident in 2020. You see, predators don't care about how young a victim is as long as they remain helpless and easy targets. You and I have the power to change that. My name is Yohmindi, and I am a lucky 22-year-old woman. I'm lucky to have a gynecologist for a father. I'm lucky that I had access to credible information growing up. I'm lucky to have had many opportunities to put my knowledge to good use, from answering my secondary school classmates' questions about sex, to making sure my friends practice safe intercourse, to being here with you today to call for better, comprehensive sex ed in Malaysian primary and secondary schools for the betterment of our nation. Sex ed is not about corrupting youth people, it's about ensuring the well-being and informed decision-making of young Malaysians. So today, let's talk about the benefits of sex ed in schools, go over evidence that it works, and address concerns about its implementation. To begin, allow me to tell you 3 vital advancements we as a nation can achieve with comprehensive sex ed for youths. First things first, proper sex ed content promotes healthy relationships. It's paramount to teach students about consent and boundaries from a young age. The idea of consent is often skewed by rape culture, and we tend to be our most vulnerable around our loved ones. Female victims of sexual assault are often blamed for what they're wearing, and male victims are told that they should enjoy it, and many don't even believe that marital rape exists. Why? Because we as a society have much to learn about mutual respect in relationships. Sweden, famously known for being the first country in the world to make sex ed mandatory in schools all the way back in 1955, has successfully evolved and integrated social and emotional aspects in their health and sex education. We should take a page from their book and encourage our youth to be aware of their rights and stand up for themselves against potential abuse and exploitation. Moreover, comprehensive sex ed has been proven to significantly reduce rates of unwanted pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections or diseases, also known as STIs and STDs. To illustrate, the Netherlands, one of the world leaders in sexual and reproductive health and rights, known for age-appropriate and fun sex education starting from age 4, boasts the second lowest teenage pregnancy rate in the world. You see, withholding this important information for our youths creates victims like my friend. As a young adult fresh out of secondary school, she didn't know about condoms or birth control. In fact, she didn't even know what sex was or that it could lead to pregnancy. She was married at 19 and gave birth to a son Leo at 20. And what about her peers? To know about sex, with it being a taboo topic that adults avoid discussing in front of them, they would have had to learn from word of mouth. And who knows what other untrustworthy sources. If not unwanted pregnancy, which could push one to try extremely unsafe methods of illegal abortion responsible for half of maternal deaths, they could easily catch a dangerous STI, which could develop into an incurable STD with painful symptoms and serious lifelong consequences on the health of the carrier, their spouse or partners, and even their children. Providing young people with accurate and practical knowledge would go a long way towards preventing risky behaviors. Better safe than sorry. Lastly, we should empower students with the essential knowledge about the human body. Comprehensive sex ed covers a broad range of topics, including human biology, menstruation, reproduction, sexual health, and gradual introduction of more complex topics according to student age and maturity. Students should learn how to conduct routine genital exams for signs of breast or testicular cancer, ways to deal with symptoms of menstruation, as well as about contraception and family planning, to name a few examples. The syllabus should also tackle misinformation by addressing common misconceptions and myths surrounding sexuality. This will ensure that students receive factual and helpful information about their bodies and lives. All the incredible benefits of comprehensive sex ed aside, it would still be amiss of me to not address common objections to this notion. Understandably so, many parents are concerned about some aspects of introducing sex ed to young children. Allow me to address these worries. If you're still hesitant, then listen on. One of the main protests to comprehensive sex ed is cultural and religious concerns. We must acknowledge that Malaysia is home to a multicultural and traditional society. Some worry that sex ed programs may conflict with our local values. Well, it's not our goal to emulate foreign culture, but rather to observe successful strategies, customize improvements where we can to fit the unique Malaysian context. It is definitely possible to tailor these programs to respect our values by collaborating with religious leaders and communities to create a curriculum that provides crucial information while still aligning with our societal norms. Starting with pilot programs and gradually implementing them nationwide, we can adapt the curriculum to meet our unique cultural and societal needs. Another concern is the role of parents. Some believe that sex ed is a private home matter that should be carried out as the sole responsibility of the parents. It's great when parents care about their children's health and education. Schools can provide structured and comprehensive education and syllabuses spanning years, and parents should be provided resources to continue discussions at home. By keeping parents informed and involved in the curriculum, both parties can work together to create a supportive and comfortable environment for educating youths. Finally, there are also worries about the maturity of students and age appropriateness of content. That is why it's important to differentiate sex ed syllabuses for primary and secondary school students. Primary school education can focus on basic anatomy and bodily changes such as puberty, menstruation, menopause, while secondary education can advance to more complex topics such as relationships, reproduction, and sexual health. A gradual approach ensures that students receive appropriate information at each stage of development that won't be overwhelming. I hope you all feel more at ease after going over your main concerns. The conversation around sex ed will continue to evolve, but the need for education remains constant. In a nutshell, comprehensive sex ed promotes healthy relationships, reduces rates of teenage pregnancy and STIs and STDs, as well as empowers students with essential knowledge about their own bodies. By addressing common objections and looking at more successful examples from other countries, we can see the potential benefits for Malaysia to grow in this aspect. Instead of shying away from these topics and continuing to contribute to the taboo and stigma that stains our children with fear and dangerously incorrect information, we must accept that sexuality is a natural part of everyone's lives and provide them with a safe environment where they are able to learn all about their own bodies, ask questions without judgment, and receive accurate answers during their formative years. Now you know that comprehensive sex ed curriculums for youth should be implemented in all Malaysian schools. So do your part and scan this QR code to fill out a short survey to make sure your voice is heard now. Sex ed can drastically alter the course of your child's life. One lesson, just one, could be the difference between suffering and safety, even life and death. Do you want your child to know what's going on? To recognize good and bad types of sexual interaction, and what to do if something might be wrong? If so, then this is a necessary step towards ensuring the long-term well-being of our children. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's not leave our youth in the dark. By providing with the knowledge they need, they can pave the way for a healthier, safer, and better informed generations to come. The choice is in your hands. Thank you.